Hello, and welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Today we have a very, very special guest for the show today. Give me a second. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. A little bit of a delay there. We are experiencing a delay with the live button. I wish there was a way to go simultaneously live, but I can do it, but it's going to be a delay. And that's why the delay is here, because I got to click on one button, it's a 30-second delay. On another button, it's a 40-second delay. So that causes the video to kind of, you can't simultaneously say, welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud, without the second operating system being delayed. So today I wanted to read from script. Good night, good evening. It's 8:06 p.m. Pacific time. Now, I wanted to go down the list and then get off of here so I won't cross the streams. Okay, so there's a mystery station that I've talked to, and I cannot give too much information about that until we talk again. Once a detail of interest is formed, then I will proceed with the announcement of which station. So for right now, it's a mystery. I can say that I want to contact cantv.org to see about promoting my show through them, as well as DCTV, MNN, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. That's, I'm growing my visibility. I also decided to contact ATL Media about their shows. I didn't leave a message, but I contacted them. I want to see if they accept people out of state, like some places does or do. You know, also I will be contacting every veterans organization like DAV Seattle to see about awards for veterans who have struggles and has made significant progress. This will be tomorrow. Then I will contact the University of Phoenix Alumni Group about starting an alumni organization and getting it approved. I will then contact them via phone, both the University of Maryland Global Campus and the University of Phoenix Alumni Group. I want two organizations, one at the University of Phoenix and one at the University of Maryland. I hope that it gets approved. I hope that I can't go with the National Leadership of Society no more because I messed that up. I'll admit I messed that up. I was under a lot of stress, and I sat up there and I messed that up. But, I'm here to fix it. Whatever you mess up, your present can fix your past based on your actions in your present. I would talk to Dab about getting votes to change and make new laws. They have a section, I looked on their website, they have a sector where you can make votes and change new laws. I just need one law passed, and I'm going to make sure I get that. And I'm going to be more in depth, when the time is right. But it's called the Kimberly Cloud Show LLC law, where people have or had mental health issues do not get censored at all. It will be a law against censoring people like me because of my status. I have lost many of pages, and it was my productivity being under stress. If you watch my throwback videos, I was under stress, a lot of stress. I was being followed, and I can't help that I was being followed. I didn't say follow me so I can be under stress. I didn't send a letter somewhere saying help me, follow me so I can be heightened of under stress. I was freely being followed. Even Dan Bonagino got censored from YouTube. So when you know an FBI agent, a senior FBI agent, is getting censored from YouTube as well, while the damn Bongino show was going on, then that says a lot. I want to be able to have followers even despite my beliefs and views. My vision is clear, Mark Zuckerberg. I want to grow my show for my believers and listeners out there that want something that can be eternity through quantum machinery. This is eternity. Whether I promote it or not, once it's live, it's on the network. I've made it that way. I could just be Zoom recording, posting the RSS feed, which is permanent too. But these videos will be eternity. So your generations, your grandchildren's 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 will be watching this through quantum machinery. 10, maybe 20 generations down the road, extending to the generations you already have. So if you're a fifth generation, 20 generations, 25 generations. That's why it's so important to me. I want them to have an everlasting positive vibe based on race, gender, creed. African Americans, before I explain that part, I want them to have uh, based on race, gender, and creed. Each race I treat accordingly. And it's not a prejudice thing. I don't treat one race worse than the other. I treat them equal, but I also know how to come at each race, even my race. So African Americans will get my black girl magic, while Caucasian followers will cross over to my inspirational, stimulating questions. You can't deny, even though I get sometimes, I'll admit, I don't like to wait until you finish your question or your answer. I like to spend 30 to 60 seconds listening, and then I I just come up with another question. And I do that because I want to get as much as like I told Adokbu, or however I pronounce her name, the reason why I want to sit up there and do that for you is to promote you. It's not about me. It's about you. Both parties, even the Hispanic communities, yes, will see me at my vulnerabilities, which sometimes uh it's not that I'm not prepared, it's that I'm bombarded by having to counterpart and answer something that may have been talking for 2 to 3 minutes, and I have to retain, absorb, reroute, recap everything you've said. My strengths are my those are my vulnerabilities, but my strengths are that I care. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic, Indian, British, whatever the race. I don't care. I just My strengths are that I enjoy planning now my questions prior to the show, and I don't think off top of my head no more. These are questions not by Grok, but by me. I look at some of Grok's stuff, but I develop questions based on my perspective. I read their body, and I've always been like that. But I read the bio, yes, but I've always been the type that I never been the type to write down questions, pre-recorded questions. I've always done it off top of my head. And I write the questions down. So whatever questions come off top of my head, I can say. And if I lose track or something happens where I don't have a question coming up, I can correspond with the history of your bio and go right to a question based on your bio's history of what you want this to be. Those are my strengths. My curiosity is that I'm curious about your history. That's all I want to know is your history. I think your history deserves to be heard and wanting to learn more and produce a podcast revolution. I want to be a part of this podcast revolution wave. Yes, monetary rendered for services. Yes, everybody wants to get something free, but business is business. Services rendered. You have to have um, faith and patience in me because I can make your show look great. And what I'm going to do is start putting the old shows, my old throwback shows, and I'll keep the footage of the new shows, but my old throwback for MP4s, I'm going to put it on Downtown Hot Radio and BBS Radio. And hopefully this mystery radio station and Can TV as additional centers to get my visibility out there more. I'm just going to get some more space for my stuff. But um I want to start a revolution of people that have mental health issues that break out of, you know, some people, I'll say this. I'll give you a great example. Hold on. The boy with the long nails. Before I talk about the boy with the long nails, I want all races to be comfortable enough to watch my show from my vault while not feeling as if I'm biased or have stigmatized views. So I want every race to be comfortable with my show enough from my vault, not only my vault, but all of my avenues, while feeling as if I'm not being biased. I ask tough questions. I ask sometimes questionable questions. I I want to get to the bottom of it. That's what a journalist do. You have to be, if you're a podcast host, you're a journalist. You have to look that up. So the boy with the long nails was in the house for years. They were in the house for like 8 years, him and his sister, without any care. His mother left him, said she was going to somewhere, and if you ever open the door, she will be there and she would whoop him. So he and she did not open that door for like 8 years. The nails were coming curling under his feet. They had to surgically or a specialty type of taking off the nail. And so the boy with the long nails, the moral to this is, you put somebody in a tough situation growing up and their mind is molded that way based on who was taking care of them. But years later from now, that boy is either going to do two things. He's going to break himself out of um Tanzar or what, I forgot his name, Tanzar or whatever, break himself out of a tough situation, where he's not mad at women no more for a woman telling him to stay in the house. Or maybe he feel like, he was neglected. Maybe he's scared to be around people. Who knows? That's like almost a decade in the house. So yeah, thank you, TikTok. So yeah, I personally, my life story isn't perfect. I've been always sheltered, and I'm not going to be the type to sit up there and become reclusive. You know, um, I'm an omnivert. I'm not. I'm not a. I'm not a introvert. I'm an omnivert. I like to be around people, and I like to be to myself too. You know, introvert is to yourself. Extrovert is with everybody else. You know, omnivert is when you like both worlds and you balance it out. I don't think I want to be like, I know I don't want to be like, I don't know what I want to do until the moment happens when it does happen. But for right now, I feel like it's appropriate for me to be around a selected few and position myself based on who is around me, position that field. I have to play a position in my own baseball team. I don't know nothing about baseball, basketball, NFL, but I know they have teams. And I need a defense. I need the people to intercept. I need the people to block. And that's why I do what I do. And that's how I'm going to position myself with these people. Contact DAV, contact people, make, even if it's not friendships, make, um, I'm your, I don't know what you call it, associate. I'm your associate. And so, like, if we're, as long, all I ask is that you be fair, and you sit up there and treat, for this is how I feel with anything, whether it's money involved or not. Be fair and have integrity while doing it. To do the right thing when no one's watching is a very noble thing and will get you in heaven. To sit up there and not do the right thing when no one's watching and don't care what God thinks will land you a trip to hell. And some people don't care about going to hell no more. And so all I ask is that because I can tell when the vibe isn't right, and I want the vibe to be right with everything that I do. And I want to make, and I can position myself because DAF is affiliated with veterans. And I'm not just going to reach out to DAF. I'm going to reach out to other people. They probably all got different programs. About, they have these awards that you can get where, if you struggled and you made the mark, you gotta sit up there and show that I'm working on my second master's. So I think I'm a little happy about that. I just got to get over the hump and do lots and lots of writing courses after this, with the last capstone class that I have to take and the last two classes. I have two classes left. I'm already up for graduation. I have two classes left, no lie. Do you think I'm about to F it up? So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to chit chat with y'all for a while, and what time is it? 8:25, 8:26. So yeah. One thing I noticed about time, how we're all synchronized. In Russia, it's it may be 12 hours ahead, but the second monetary numeric number, numerical number is 26. We all see that number right now if you look at your phone. Even in Russia, someone's looking at their phone right now and 26 is being shown. But the first part of the time isn't being, it's different. So it's like 1 o'clock over there or something, 1 p.m. or something the next day. They're way in the future and they got like 11 or 6 different time zones. Don't quote me on it. I was like, wow, what the hell? What was Father Time thinking? What was Father Time thinking? What was Father? He was like, I'm gonna put you right here, this time right here, this time right here. I'm gonna kind of put this one in the middle. This one could be our ahead. This one be our uh behind. This one's in the present. So who is in the present in America? Is it Central Time? Is it Eastern Time? Is it Pacific Time? Is it Mountain Time? I call that it's Central Time. And that's why they call it the centralized, uh, I messed it up, the Central Intelligence Agency, the Centralized Intelligence Agency, because it's central. That's part of many reasons, but that's one of many reasons. Central, they just didn't name it central, just like the central nervous system. You can compare it to the CIA. I even watched this documentary about one African American man said, he said, they peeled back my brain. I said, how? And now I know. And now I know how. I may be smiling, but inside I am burning up over the shit that done happened to me. But at the same time, on the contrary, I see why y'all had to do what y'all had to do. I don't think I would have been mature enough. Um, I don't think I would have went to the Baltimore VA federal building to file a claim. I don't think I would have contacted the Army Review Board. I don't think I would have did none of that without the influence of you guys, your commercials, your emails, everything. And that's on God. I am forever in debt to the men and women who saw that I deserved honorable and I showed them. And that's why I do what I do. They knew I deserved it. They knew what I went through was horrific. And I worked. Either way it go, I wasn't, even when you try to be lazy in the military, you know, they will work you 15, 16, 17-hour shifts. I think the military is a wonderful tool for discipline because eventually If you don't learn it as an 18-year-old, eventually you'll learn it, whether it take 20 to 30 years down the road. If you want to learn it, you have to want it. Some people, I notice some veterans, they give up so easy. All they do is sleep, and I used to be one of them, but now I have something to live for. I cannot stand medication. I got off of all my medication but one by myself. I don't even take sleeping medication, and it really pays off. And so, yeah, but I am a soldier who suffers from mental health and is breaking herself out of the stigma that mental health people cannot do nothing. Mental health people are murderers. Mental health people are bad people. They hurt people. And if that did happen, which it did occur, and I have an explanation for that, and I don't want to get into it because of all the newbies that watch me. If it did occur, then how can you correct your faults? Nothing is never going to be perfect. I just want to tell my story to you guys. And I want y'all to tell y'all stories. And that is what the Kimberly Cloud Show is about. Telling the stories. The Roundtable Talk Show is for communities to get to know each other. For women to feel empowered of all races. For I have to, it's Don Jr. I've never seen that I stopped the Donald Trump text messages a long time ago and got a refund. And they still text me. I hit stop. They was like, no more will you receive messages. And it just said, I'm Don Jr. Like off the break. They be messing with me. Like seriously. Like I've never seen a text like that before where it's Don Jr. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And like I said, I suffer from mental health, and I just I just want to tell y'all stories, and I want to tell my story, and I want the military to be aware that if it wasn't for them giving me a chance, I would not have accomplished everything that I've accomplished. So, but to all the officers out there and veterans, to all police officers, state troopers, FBI agents, CIA agents, marshals, you know, keep doing what you're doing. We may be on opposite for right now ends of the spectrum, and you may look at me as some crazy woman. That's why I want the law to be changed so I can be acknowledged as a person and not a label. I come in peace. I like this number. And I like the way the aliens say it. This is my initials. This is one letter of my initials in gematria. 11. K. I come in peace. So there we go. That is my show for today. And y'all take care, be safe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I have to show y'all this shirt, y'all. Oh, I bought it and it's so cute. I want to surprise y'all tomorrow. If it don't fit, I'm gonna be so mad. I bought some pants, you guys. They were so cute on the website, and for some reason, they gave me a 3X. How the heck does a 3X supposed to fit my hips? I said to myself, I don't have wide hips. I have very small hips. I'm very tiny. I don't even believe, I didn't know I was that tiny. I was even tinier in the military. I was like 135, but I'm like 150 now. And I want to show y'all this shirt, and it's just so cute. It comes with a little tie and everything. And who am I interviewing tomorrow so I can see who's going to be there? Who is coming on the money train? No, not the money train, but the podcast train. I have no money. Okay, so Kathy Nesbitt and Angela Betancourt. I don't remember. uh oh man, I'm gonna have to do this off camera because I got so many tabs up. I must give a shout out. I'll say this and then I'll get off of all my platforms. I must give a shout out to Instagram. That's like the cheapest way to promote yourself. Like $15 can get you up to $15 for 3 days, which means that's $15. $5 a day can get you up to 2,000 people that will look at your banner. I freely, and like I said, I'm gonna promote these roundtable talk shows. I freely sat up there and promoted this roundtable talk show. How did I get resets in 20? Oh, what happened? Excuse me for a second. I don't like being booted off. You now get it right. Hold on, y'all. It says it resets in 21 minutes. So I think they're telling me something. You know what? I'm gonna go with the flow on this before now they messing with me in broadcast. Oh, cancel. There we go. Mr. Travels. Mr. Travels, how many states does it get to the center of the United States of America? Let me get off of here. I'm just bored now. Take care, y'all. Be safe. Bye.
Never waste my time. You are I want.